everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom. I cannot feel my hands because I have just witnessed Preston 0, Derby 0. No goals at Deepdale, but interesting tactical battle between Derby in 6th, I think Preston down in 16th, 17th position. I think bit of a false position for Preston. Most people will admit they just haven't managed to get it together this season. So Derby only taking the point, possibly leaving it open for those teams. I think Bristol City and Blackburn might even play each other tomorrow, in striking distance now of the Rams in 6th. Here is what happened. Preston lining up: Rudd in goal. It's Fisher, Story, Davies, Hughes across the back four. Gallagher and Pearson sitting in front of those four. Potts forward right, Brown in the 10 position, and Maguire forward left with Stockley up top. Derby, same system really. Roos in goal, Holmes right back, Keogh, Tamori centre backs, left back Scott Malone, Bryson and Evans sitting in front of the back four, with Waghorn off to the right, Wilson in the 10 position, Lawrence off to the left, and David Nugent against his former club. Up front, Preston start the better on 2 minutes. They force an early corner. It's an outswinger to Gallagher. Falls to Brown. He spins and shoots on the half volley. Stockley is in the 6-yard box. Flips his head at it. Could have gone anywhere and it flies just wide. If that's on target, it changes trajectory so close to the goal that nobody is saving that. Second corner for Preston on 5, and again bit of chaos, scramble clear, not dealing well Derby early on with Paul Gallagher's corner on 10. Wilson picks it up, he's 40 yards out, he flies past Gallagher like he's not there. He moves forward, gets it out of his feet, he's about 30 yards out, unleashes with the left foot, flying towards the top corner. Rudd flows himself to the right hand side and it smashes off the crossbar right in the corner where it meets the post. Rudd was beaten. Great strike by Wilson. We've seen so many of those from him this season. Unlucky, smashes off the bar and away and safe. No one would have been surprised to see that one nestling in the net. Preston force another corner though on 13. Stockley spins 6 yards out. I think, yeah, it's headed back in. He's got his back to goal, he spins with his right foot, gets a good connection on it. Again, probably too good a connection, and puts that one wide. Really good outlet, those Gallagher corners early on. Gallagher himself now volleys at goals, wins another corner. Story up with this one, free header in the box. I say free header, he's under some pressure, but he wins it in the 6-yard box, puts that one over on 27. And Pearson, meaty tackle. Right over near the dugouts. One of those ones where the fans who are about 10 years behind with their understanding of the rules go, oh, we won the ball, but you can't clatter in like that. And Pearson takes a yellow card. 4 minutes later, goes through Lawrence as well. Lawrence easily down, but careful Ben here. We know he likes a yellow card. We know he likes. I think he had a 4-match ban, didn't he, Pearson, already this season? 33 given away in midfield, bounces to Nugent. He drives at the centre half. It's the only real joy he gets all half. Early low shot by him, skids, bounces just wide. Rudd was interested in that one as well. On 35, quick throw. Derby break now. Wilson picks it up. Beautiful ball threaded through. Completely breaks the defence here. Wilson with one pass. Tom Lawrence has now appeared on the right-hand side. He's in the inside right position. In he goes into the box, and he's a better player than this. He slashes at it with his right foot as he goes into the box, and it's high and wide and handsome. We know Lawrence only has eyes for the goal when he goes through, but if he rolls this one horizontally off the box, Scott Malone is arriving to run onto it. He just put it in the space and it would have been a free chance, although I think as Lawrence goes through, the chances of him passing it are probably less than 5%. Wilson picks it up in the 10 position now. He moves in, he's 25 yards out, low left footer. He hits it back across himself. Rudd this time nowhere near this one. It bounces, it's going in the net, but it smashes off the post. It goes safe. So Derby hit the post for the second time off the woodwork there. Their front three are finding all sorts of good positions, and they're well on top at this point. Lawrence tries his luck 3 minutes before half time. Far less impressive shot from him, and it is way over. So you can see Preston start well, although a lot of their threat was from those Paul Gallagher corners. Not too many chances created from actual open play, but they got territory and they created chances. But then around the 30-minute mark, it seems that in transition, Evans and Bryson in the Derby deep midfield position start managing to play it out more decisively. Waghorn and Lawrence and Wilson start managing to rotate and getting in really good positions, and Derby really on top for the last 15 minutes of the first half. I would just give them that half on points were this a boxing match. Now, half time, there's no substitutions, but this is where Alex Neil really gets this right now, because Preston are going to be the better side in the second half. And what he does is he stops that flow through to the three off the front for Derby. He moves Gallagher out to the right. Potts kind of comes in a little bit more. It's like a 4-1-4-1. Brown is still managing to get forward, but he just sticks up that area a little bit more and gives a bit more protection just in front of where Pearson was. They were managing to pick up spaces there. That did for it, and they then had an outlet a little bit deeper in Gallagher, who we know is a good crosser of the ball. But 47, Pearson on Wilson. He's like really pushing his luck here. Pearson, third foul of the game, second one whilst on a yellow card as well. Mistake by Tamori. Pearson puts this out to Hughes. The left back hanging cross. Stockley's up, but he heads over. Need a bit more pace on the cross there. 49, Gallagher and Fisher combine down the right here. Pearson joins them. It's a lovely ball around the back, and Fisher keeps his run going. He hits the low shot, and it's well dealt with by Roos with his feet. There were options in the middle if Fisher was going to try and cut that one back as well, but good save by Roos. Again, Preston start halves well by the look of it. Davis into Brown, high, wide and handsome by him on 52 minutes from 25 yards. Potts picks it up. Bryson tries to foul him here, and he gets away from him, so he's broken the press now. Potts moves forward, he goes a bit left, cuts then inside back onto his right foot. He's going to try the old Bergkamp and pick out the far corner. Doesn't quite have the Bergkamp level finish here and puts it wide, but good effort from Potts there. Flashes past the post. Gallagher in swinging corner on 58. Davies is up at the back post. Good header back across. Maguire's arriving, but big Stockley's there, well positioned. Maguire flicks it, just takes it off Stockley's head there when the big guy's winding up to put that one in, and it drifts wide there. Stockley looking a bit nonplussed by that one. On 61, Maguire down the left, deep cross. Gallagher's arriving, he's got space, he's arriving from a right midfield position now, not picked up, hits it on the volley. Really good save by Roos. Out it goes to Potts. He smashes it goalwards, and I'm pretty sure Alan Brown blocks it. Just too many bodies in that box there in the end, and it's blocked out by his own player there from Potts. 63, Preston really dominating this now. Roos is flapping, pushes it out, and the shot is blocked. So Preston, you can see right from the word go in this half, dominating those first 20 minutes. Lampard makes a change, but not really in terms of the formation and how to stop Preston overloading down the sides and getting at them here. Bennett in for Waghorn. Nemecha comes in for Stockley up front, so maybe a bit more running power than physical power. So now, after this, Lampard does try and react. I think he's a bit slow to react, to be honest. He goes to a three at the back, so Wisdom comes in for Nugent, so big reshuffle here. Wisdom goes to play alongside Keogh and Tamori as three centre-halves. Holmes and Malone then go to wing-backs. Evans and Bryson still sitting, so bit more of a defensive shape with Wilson left, Bennett right, and Lawrence is going to be the forward down the middle, so he kind of identifies that and lets I think the idea is the wing backs are going to put a bit more pressure now on Maguire and Gallagher down the sides there. Pearson slides it into Gallagher in the box here on the right. Gallagher looks like he's running out of puff a bit now. Tries the left footer, curls it over. Bennett half-volleyed switch of play here. Bit of a break on. Holmes now can get a bit more further forward because he's in the wing-back position. He cuts inside. He's in the box, shoots it left-footed, and it is blocked. I'll tell you, 74 minutes there. So Derby, having dominated minutes 30 to 45, do not have an effort on goal until the 74th minute. Shows how well Preston dominated that second half. Fisher forward, right-hand side into Pearson. Well forward. He pushes it right. Maguire curls the left footer, but Roos has got his body behind that one, gets down and makes the save. Barkhausen comes in for Gallagher, who I think had just drifted out of the game by this point, so the set play threat then has gone. 81, Pearson, big header forward, you know, one of those ones where you're free from a goal kick, I think, and he gets it right onto Nemecha. He then, I don't know, it's either a really good ball or speculatively kind of gets it in behind, and it is Potts arriving from midfield. He's got the run on the centre halves now. They're a bit flat-footed. Potts is in behind, but gets a bad touch while clear on goal there and allows everybody to catch up with him. The advantage he'd got from his good movement. Just touch lets himself down at the final moment. I think it starts to fizzle now. Both teams don't want to lose this game. Only 2 minutes stoppage time as well. What a rarity in 2019 to only see that few. A big counter for Derby though. I think it's Bennett forward on the right. It's up in the air. Rudd looked to have lost it a little bit. Shout behind the goal from the Derby fans. And I think Bryson might have got a yellow card here. Someone got a yellow card, but it was all flashed out too soon and I couldn't really tell. So look, no goals tonight, but very interesting in terms of the promotion picture, especially if you're looking at Derby. Derby is still in the FA Cup, so they're going to have a very, very busy February. Bristol City are coming hard on their heels. I know they're still in the FA Cup too, so you can, level this at them as well, but they will fancy their chances tomorrow. Can they go equal on points? I need to check my league tables and find that one out. Be really interested in Derby fans' thoughts on what I'm about to say, because I got the feeling today that this is a really streetwise league and Alex Neil seems to know what he's doing, and I think he just edged Lampard tactically in this one in the second half. Took Lampard a while to kind of catch up with him, revert to that three at the back and stop the flow of Preston attacks. That said, Derby did have a really good period in the first half, particularly 30 to 45 minutes. I just wonder, shoot me down if you think I'm wrong, but does Lampard in this promotion run-in have the experience and the nous when he goes against these more streetwise championship operators to just get those wins, you know, away from home, difficult nights like this? That said, I thought Preston were good. They seem a hard team to play against. They seem well drilled, and the manager prepared to make that little tweak in the formation at halftime just to make it work better. I mean, you look at the two teams and you say, in terms of like what you call them, the fantasistas, the players to make things happen, really a lot of them are on the Derby team. Your Waghorns, Lawrence, Wilson as well, but Preston, they really power at you. Brown is in the 10 position and he's not a magician on the ball as such, but he really leads the press for his team well. And in the first half they did kind of play with two deep line playmakers with Pearson and Gallagher in there. So I think Preston have got a bit about them, and they do appear to be in somewhat of an odd position considering how they took the game today. So really interested. Preston fans, what's the expectation for the rest of the season? Players dripping back in. I know the injury crisis. They seem to have signed well as well. Derby up the top, they're in 6th place at the moment. What's going to be happening towards the end of the season? Has Lampard, is the inexperience going to tell against him, or was this just a difficult night, freezing cold away at Preston, and will they go again and solidify that playoff position? I think everyone would probably agree now, maybe a little way off automatic challenges. We'll see tomorrow at Norwich Leeds. But let me know what you think if you're a Derby fan. Let me know what you think if you're a Preston fan. Big plug tomorrow. I'm not going to be at Ipswich tomorrow. I'm going to be at Leeds versus Norwich, first against second. Didn't think I could miss that one. So look out for the review. And I'll be live streaming on Sunday morning a review of the whole of the championship action. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Loads of good championship content here on the channel. Please get involved in the comments. Let Let me know what you think about the tactical battle, and particularly Derby's promotion challenge going forward, how you see that one panning out. I will see you tomorrow night. I'm also going to be on the Talk Norwich City channel ahead of Ipswich Norwich next week, talking about that. I guess that will drop on Monday. Loads of content, so if you enjoyed this, loads more stuff to look out for. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. Let me know if you're at any of the games I'm going to, and come and say hello. Thank you for watching. Over and out, and good night from Preston.